What's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitch? How y'all doing? I hope you're having a good day. And for this live stream right here, I will be talking about the Transformers, the future, and what I think. What's up? Wait. What's up, Barcode?
Yeah,
Uh, and do you think um this Transformers movie might be connected to the Michael Bay, or they say this a whole reboot just for the one
yeah.
that's supposed to be.
I think be reboot. I think.
Okay, I'm glad.
I think.
I'm glad this thing
Yeah.
reboot
I
and
think.
separate and separate from the Michael Bay one, because that's what if this wasn't a reboot, I would have been so mad because things you always know what that last movie did. The Unicron. And put it there, Unicron wrong, bro. That last movie. Be, because the size of Unicron was right, but the story seemed like it didn't do Unicron justice that was in a Michael Bay thing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And it sounded like, in my opinion, it seemed like that to me. It seems like to me that Michael Bay was worrying about action instead of him worrying about the story. This in the fourth and fifth one, he was worried about action more than the story. Because when you look at the first three, the first three with Shia LaBeouf was actually good, and the story was cool. And those wasn't the bad ones. The bad ones came this when Mark Wahlberg came in and and put a scene like Michael Bay that just in my opinion care about the story. That's what it seemed like to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And kind of like in my opinion, I think that the first three movies of the Transformers movie could could have been a two-parter movie. I think, in my opinion, if you look at it, try to find the all spark that could have been a two-part movie right there. The second movie with the falling, that could have been a two-part movie right there. Good, because I keep on looking at the movies. You try to find the all spark, try to find the matrix of leadership. Those could have been two-part movies. I don't get it.
Yeah.
And 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 Param and Paramount, in my opinion, was worrying about how can I say this? They was worrying about making money. It's instead of my opinion, just worry about a good story, because that's what it's the story good in the Transformers movie. People and, and people like my opinion, they would keep on coming back and they would keep on looking at the movie just
Yeah.
for the story and the action. And that's what we would come back in with for the action and the story. Because the action just would carry you just for so far in movies. If if that story is not good, that that's just a bad thing in my opinion. That is bad. It's the story not good. I think in my opinion. And that one people in my opinion seem to like forget. Well, I think in my opinion,
Yeah.
because it's hit without a good story. Oh man, shoot, that messed up the whole franchise. I think in my opinion, without a good story.
Yeah.
Because you look at the fourth and fifth, that the fourth and fifth, the action stuff for film was good, but the problem was the story, and
Yeah.
that's my problem I got with it. Because them, because in my opinion, if the story ain't good, oh man, shoot, that jump messed up the whole franchise in my opinion.
Yeah. I got enough right now.
And yeah, and that just me because you look at the Marvel universe right now, the astronaut movies be like cool, but the story sucks, and and people just don't go back and look at it how unless you just a fanboy or fangirl who just look at anything.
Yeah.
Stuff in there. Oh, oh, this the trailer right here, but shoot, I had to turn down the sound because song was in the background, and Paramount would not get me with no copyright, knowing them. And kind of like the thing for me, it's seeing like the Amazons, I think, and the Autobots is working together, and for the scene like fighting Unicron. Okay, Bumblebee. I s Oh, Rise of the Beast. Okay,
Yeah.
swinging through a jungle with all these drones
Yeah, I've
in the
heard of.
90s. Come on,
Mm-hmm.
come on. Now that just don't make. I I guess the human technology just didn't catch up. But the thing about it for me, it's not like they had satellites in the 90s that can see down the Earth. Unless the Amazon just has some type of technology on them where it can scramble the satellites. I think something like that. That's the only thing that I can even see the reason why that would even be possible. And he said he stayed hitting our Earth on the thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And kind of like the only two things that can hide on Earth is the rhino, the bill gorilla, and the hawk. How in the world did the cheetah hide for so long in the jungle? Because that way it makes I kind of I kind of understand it, but
Yeah.
shoot that, but the cheetah couldn't hide it. No, no, because should that robot cheetah couldn't hide in Africa because he would have been too big to be on an safari or something like that. He would
Yeah.
have been too big. He had been okay. I understand what he was, and and kind of like I'm trying to figure out my opinion on how then Optimus Prime didn't know about him.
Mm-hmm.
Because think about it, that on the Autobots and the Predacons, or one of them, or the Terracons,
Yeah.
whoever one of those is, seeing like it didn't know about each other, uh, uh, unless they came on Earth from different times,
Yeah. Feel that.
it would have seen it might have been, and then they did this seeing like the Amazon jungle or something like that. That would look like the end,
Mm-hmm.
and that'd be a good thing right there. Oh, Hellraiser right there with that hawk,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Unicron. Dang, dog. He covered up the whole sky just with a little bit of his presence. Oh man.
Yeah.
And kind of like the bad thing about it, Optimus Prime is in the midst that uh and this is probably how Optimus Prime and Megatron probably met. If this
Yeah.
is a reboot,
Mm-hmm.
and this a reboot, should this could be the first time that Megatron and Optimus Prime fight. If this a reboot or something like that, and that could be like a good first battle or something like that, and that'd be a good thing. Because you remember that on a Unicron, half his hero, I think something like that, and one of his heroes looked big in this trailer. It looked like that. It looked like in this thing, his ship is big. and he's a big giant. If you look at it, if you look at it, in my opinion, he sounds like a big Galactus.
Yeah.
That's in Marvel. He's like a big Galactus, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's how he look like. And kind of like the bad thing about this movie is actually doing it right the first time. That's why Fox couldn't do it right the first time, and if they had all the money, and this kind of sad thing about it, but it's true. But I'm trying to figure out which part of the ship had did that, or did he just
Mhm.
change the weather? Is he just sucking up the resources of the Earth or something like that? It it would have seemed like he might be doing with the clouds and
Yeah.
stuff. Okay. The fate of or shoot, just when Unicron come, he sound like Galactus. He kill everybody. Shut it down. He don't care. He don't care. The Galactus don't care.
Yeah.
If you're innocent, not innocent, if you're evil, if you're good, he killing everybody. And that was and that what people in my opinion claim that just kind of like forget. And kind of like this gorilla that shoot, I had to tell people that Optimus Primal is not the same as Optimus Prime, but some people
No, it's
still,
different.
yeah, and and they kind of like think that the people forget the cartoon verse always had a multiverse of different Optimus Prime,
Yeah.
Primals, and different versions of them. I just don't get, in my opinion, what don't people get? Unless they think Optimus Prime just got different forms. That's the reason I'm trying to
Mhm.
figure out what they try to do. Because shoot, the thing about me is like shoot, I always know that Optimus Prime got different stuff and everything like that. And that's my thing. That's my thing. I'm trying to figure out this, but people just don't get. It is a multiverse. It's in
Yeah.
the 90s. The Michael Bay version is separate than this one.
Yeah.
And so like, and they kind of like the Bumblebee movie, the first Bumblebee movie, the one that I didn't like. I like the Bumblebee movie, right? But the thing is, the attitude that changed. So then like is it sound like they made Bumblebee like a kid. I say really, Bumblebee never acted like that in the animation, different versions. He never act like a kid. He was like a general or
Yeah.
something like that. And just even when he lost his memory, he still didn't act like no kid. And that's
Yeah.
kind of the one thing I didn't get about the movie, the Bumblebee movie. It seemed like, in my opinion, that they made it for kids or something like that. The Bumblebee movie,
Yeah.
and kind of like that for me. I keep on saying to us, I say, why y'all keep on making it for kids, man? Kids don't care. Kids do not care, in my opinion. If the kids do not
Yeah.
come on,
That's different.
yeah, this make the action good, and kids will look at it. Just off their soldiers and stuff like that. Kids don't care about if they're like a kid. Shoot, they playing Call of Duty. They playing shooting. They playing Fortnite.
Yeah. Yeah. They're
They
swearing a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, they're playing Fortnite. They're playing like
Yeah.
RPGs. They're playing Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. Come on now,
Yep. Hmm.
man. These kids ain't soft. It's just like the studio, just like studio thinking they soft, but they're not.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What is that? Ooh, that was the same thing that happened in one of the Michael Bay movies. But the thing is, this movie right here is actually doing it right. That's the difference.
What?
That because like the Unicron, because like the lasers, the laser and stuff, with the animation, it seemed like the same thing that's on here,
Yeah.
right here. They made it the right way, and kind of like the things I've seen in this trailer so far, and what I'm seeing, it seems like the person really care about it. Seem like, in my opinion, they actually
Yeah.
care about the source material and they actually care about the franchise. It seems like to me,
Yeah.
and that's kind of thing I like seeing. Is sound like directors, and seeing directors and actors, all that, seeing like they care about the source material, and that's actually a good thing in my opinion.
Yeah.
And kind of like the thing for me, kind of thing for this trailer. So if I it said Unicron coming, and Unicron and 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 Unicron, in my opinion, and in the Transformer universe,
Uh,
he sounds like the Thanos of the Transformers. He like the Thanos.
uh,
He like the dark side of this universe. It's what I noticed. The stuff like that. I know it's him. I know it's Unicron, Megatron.
yeah.
Dang, yeah. What's the other one? Because it's two more bad guys besides this one, but they might show it in the next movie though. Because they have Unicron and his people, they had Megatron and his people fighting Optimus. It's two different bad leaders
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. And plus the Fallen. If they're doing the reboot, the Fallen ain't came out yet. If they're doing a reboot, that means the
Mm-hmm.
Fallen. That means the other Bonnie Hunter man just ain't
Yeah.
just ain't came down yet. It's a whole lot of bad guys when it transforms people
Yeah.
still can come back and visit and just make it the right way. I think, in my opinion, but that's just me.
Yeah.
And they need to bring back Jazz. I think, in my opinion, in one of these movies. Since it's supposed to be a reboot, it would be
Yeah.
good to have Jazz back. The way they did him in the first Transformers movie was dirty. When Megatron killed him that easy, I said, "Come on now." They did
Yeah.
Jazz dirty, bro. That first Transformers movie.
Mm-hmm.
I say, come on, and because we all know that Jazz will not be dumb enough to get that close to Megatron. Just why
Yeah.
Megatron just got advantage. Come on now, he fight from a
Mm-hmm.
distance
Yeah.
and shoot the just and this was Michael Bay, just being Michael Bay who wanted somebody to die in the movie, which was dumb. I think, in my opinion, 'cause if you look at it,
Yeah.
nobody
That's
robot
right.
can. Yeah, yeah. It just did it just for the heck of it. Seemed like.
Yeah, like don't catch throw like Gwen Stacy was Spider-Man 2 for that for a couple seriously? No.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's another bad thing. I didn't agree with the Andrew Spider Man. It sounded like Gwen Stacy
Yeah.
died. I
No,
say no.
come
That
on.
just don't make sense because if you look
Yeah.
at it, Mary Jane
That's the
Watson,
comics.
she should have been died up in them comic books, and that was true.
Yeah, a comic, but that was an alternate timeline. I mean, it's an alternate
Y-
timeline, so yeah. So
Yeah,
you know, something like that. But still, can't make it in the main universe. No. Mm.
yeah.
This version of Spider-Man, yeah, we
Because
could
that's what,
like,
because that's you look at the animated universe on Mary J. and Gwen Stacy. None of them
mm,
died.
yeah,
They always got saved by Spider Man or somebody who worked
or
with Spider Man.
someone, yeah, or something, make it come back, something like that. Yeah, but
Yeah.
not the death. Come on, you can't kill for a character like that.
Ooh. Oh, right there. I like the way that ship designed too underneath. I like that design. I like that design too because if you
Yeah,
look at it,
yeah,
should that ship look like a ship eater? That
yeah,
not a ship eater, but that it look like a planet eater.
yeah, yeah. Agree on that.
That and it sounds like the people who look at the trailer who just looking at it, they not appreciating the big old design that's
Yeah,
just the wheel that on the wheel waiting for
agree on that.
it ever since the fifth Transformers came out and mess up Unicron. We'll be saying,
Yeah,
please,
don't mess
please
up.
bring back the right way,
You did
and
good. Yeah,
and we getting them. Whew, I'll be glad to see how this turn out in theaters in time for the story and stuff like that. I'm glad to see it because if you look at it, it looked good so far though. And and plus like the rings and stuff, put the rings that's at the bottom around the planet eater, it looked like a stabilizer or something like that. That is stabilizing on the Unicron ship, seem like and and and, and put a scene like Unicron about to shoot it, I think in my opinion, before he start on the dark on devouring it or something like that. Or it sound like the Unicron ship could do like that it it could do like Zaw's ship that was in Man of Steel when he was changing the Earth and stuff like that, and that'd be a good thing to see.
yeah,
It was similar to that, and that one people in my opinion just fail to realize and stuff like that when it should be, but everybody different though, and what they want from it. 1994. I'm glad this thing a reboot and back in the 90s. Whew, I'm glad, bro. Because then my opinion is something like I always been asking myself. I said, wait a minute now. Should this Bumblebee movie have be set in the late 80s?
yeah,
I think the Bumblebee movie it had to be set in the late 80s based on that Camaro and stuff like that, and just to see Optimus Prime and everybody stuff like that in the 90s and stuff like that. And, and but the thing about it, up in the next movie, shoot, that movie might take place in up in the 2000s, I think, something like that.
yeah,
It might be the late 2010 or something like that, or just in present day, and that'd be a good thing to see. They go from the 90s to present day, because they might we already where we got the 80s so far.
yeah,
Then in this movie we got the 90s, and the kind of next movie might be up in the early 2000s, something like that. When it could be, might be doing because you look at
mm,
the timeline stuff like that. Because
yeah,
the 80s, because it would make no sense for the Bumblebee be set in the 90s and this be set in the 90s too. Because the Bumblebee movie had to be set in the 80s, in my opinion. That would make sense for this movie to be set
yeah,
up in the 90s. I think, in my opinion, have the 80s, 90s, and it's something. The next movie might be set up in the early 2010s. I think something like that. That might be the next movie. And they can always bring him back, that actor back right there. It's something like that in the next movie that up in the early 2000s. of my opinion, they could. But it's just,
Yeah.
I'm not even sure about the next timeline of movie, which one they're going
Yeah.
by, and that's the thing. Then that's in my opinion that I'm kind of questioning after this movie, which year they going to. Because think about if this movie right here make money, I think the next movie might be up in the early 2000s. That's what I think the next one might be. Because if you look at it, the thing was in the 80s from the Bumblebee movie. This had to be in the 90s, and for the next movie might be like in the 2004 to 2008 or something like that.
Yeah.
That'd be the next thing I think the next movie might be on, and that'd be my opinion what I think it might be doing. And be set in the 90s is actually a good thing in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because think about you, it gives like Transformers a chance just show the history of the planet and stuff like that and what happened. Hmm. Autobots. Uh,
You know. Oh, well, yeah, like,
I've seen like in this trailer, he wasn't always
yeah.
people friendly.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing like that, because to me, because since to me, he had some kind of distrust towards people because of the war on on Cybertron. Seemed like, and that seemed like kind of thing that might be happening. It would have sent to me might be happening and stuff like that. They might have a distrust towards
Yeah.
just a trust in people. I think it might, and 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 the kind of like the thing for me, in my opinion, and kind of like the thing for me, in my opinion, which I'm seeing it kind of seemed like to me, in my opinion, by this trailer right here, and what I'm seeing right now, it it seemed like to me that but the people he know and stuff like that, and that'd be a real good thing. That could be a good thing, a bad thing, but I am not even sure.
Mm-hmm.
That because the way it's like to me is
Oh, Zara keep lying. Oh,
they might have they might have the Gen One Megatron, I think,
yeah.
but the things in my opinion, it just depends on which one they bring in. If they bring in the one that's the T Rex, or if they bring in the one that's the Jet, because two of them.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, if they bring one that's a T Rex, that means that that Optimus Primal is gonna be a big part of the future.
Yeah.
And kind of, if they bring the Jet, that means that Optimus Prime is gonna be boost up a little bit. That just to fight that Megatron. I think, in my opinion, that Jet Megatron's a problem. That Jet Megatron that wasn't Gen One, he was a problem. He was killing people left and right. They're doing that war on Cybertron, and that when people, in my opinion, fail to realize that's not the this is not the kids Megatron that be up in the anime cartoon.
Yeah.
This is the Megatron that was on Cybertron that was willing to go to war and kill everybody if he had. He was willing to do that, and that when people, like, in my opinion, forget sometimes. Because, like, people always say, "Oh, some Megatron can't fight." I say, in case y'all forget, Megatron actually kills people and stuff like that if he have to get his job done and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And kind of like that just the only way that on the Optimus Prime is able to hold up with him is just because, like, in my opinion, he was able to hold up with him just because he's a prime, and he his brother. But the thing is, Megatron ain't a prime, in it. Uh,
Yeah.
he's got if he a prime, he's a problem.
Yeah.
Because think about it, he's not a prime, man. Because that's why I thought he wasn't a prime. I thought,
Oh.
because they was, I always thought Prime was chosen and stuff like that. That because think about it, if those two brothers, that will mean that hmm, that mean one of them had just had, in my opinion, stray off the path of good, and that was Megatron.
Hmm.
And and that's kind of thing I like seeing the is like everybody like on Megatron is doing good and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And kind of and kind of like in my I like seeing this Optimus Prime not when working with humans just to see his character development,
Yeah.
just for him to see like on the all humans is not bad
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Because the thing about it, because thing in my opinion, it sounds like the Optimus Prime experience for humans is with the first one, and just with the military, just trying to kill Bumblebee and stuff like that, and he probably didn't trust nobody
Yeah.
since then. Because I always say, first impressions always last. Could be good or bad. I mention this too. That action stuff is shot. It's shot real good though. The shot and stuff
Yeah.
is shot real good. I like the action that's in it. And that when people fail to realize in the Transformers movie, you can't shoot the action. Wait a minute.
Okay. Just using the Wi-Fi. Um,
The kind of like thing I think of this movie. I think this movie might be a two-parter movie. That's what I think it is. And kind of like thing about it, if Megatron, I think is lurking up in the background.
yeah.
So that's what I think in my opinion. I think he's lurking up in the background. I think in my opinion, Megatron is lurking somewhere, and kind of like the bill director just ain't saying that. Because you remember up in God, what was that movie? The the first Iron Man movie or something like that. and nobody told us about no, not the first Iron Man movie, but the Incredible Hulk movie. But nobody told us about the big old that on the big old cameo of Iron Man that's being on the background.
Yeah.
That's what I think, in my opinion, that's about to happen. I think at the end of this movie is some like Megatron just might kill on Unicron just while on Unicron weak for
Yeah.
him just to become the new leader just at the end of the movie. That's what I think, in my opinion, that they might be planning on doing, because you look at Megatron history. Megatron like to kill people while they weak. He don't fight on full strength unless he's strong himself. And that's the thing. Like, in my opinion, I know it's by Megatron, but
Yeah.
it sounds like it's Starscream there too.
Yeah.
Because they might it's Starscream there. You already know that should the Megatron is just not far behind, and he waiting for the straps for him to come in and kill him and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Um, and kind of like the other thing I noticed about the on the Transformers, right? If they're doing the war, right, that on the Transformers war like it is,
Yeah.
it sounds like the if they bring in the animated version, if they bring the animated version of the Transformers war, or they bring in another version of it.
Yeah.
Because the thing about it, I would like to see the G1 version of the Transformers war. You know what I mean? With the Beast more with the Beast and Transformers together.
Yeah.
The Gen 1 version of it. I would like to see that. And for the thing about it, what's the other Transformers where you would like to see that of the next Transformers movie?
Uh, uh, I guess I don't know really. I guess an alternate version of Bumblebee and simple kind of the role of reverse.
Yeah.
I mean, alternate version. I mean, come to the main or something like that. Yeah, crossover. I mean,
Okay.
yeah. See the good version fight the counterpart's evil for that. Yeah.
Oh, all right. And it kind of like Transformers. I would like to see in the next one. It sound like one of the Autobots was an a triple changer
Yeah.
just for the Autobots, and just for one of the Decepticons. I would like to see Barricade
Yeah.
that was up in the Michael Bay version. I would like to see it up in the reboot version, just at the Gen 1 version of because like the Michael Bay version was cool, but the thing about it, I would like to see the Gen 1 version though of some of these Transformers come back. Because the thing about it, thing in my opinion, it sounds like it would make no sense to Megatron to come back just as
Yeah.
a T Rex up in the reboot. That make no sense. If Optimus Prime a truck, it would make no sense for that.
Yeah.
Yep, because that let this primal Megatron here, and that be like an even trade. It could be like two Transformers that's Megatron that's back. In my opinion, that'd be a good thing if they can see that. If they can have like two like Transformers that is like Megatron and two of them and two of them, right, that Optimus Prime that is going against each other.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that'd be a good thing if they can see that. And and they kind of like the other one. and they kind of like the other, in my opinion, I would like to see they're dealing with their franchise. It sounds like if they can actually tell a good story, um, beginning to end. That's the thing right
Mhm.
there. This by Transformers, because the thing about Transformers is they have good action,
Yeah.
but they don't tell good stories sometimes, most of the time, and that's the one thing that I would like to see come back. This the Transformers franchise. Because if you look at it, shut the animated version already could tell that they can tell good stories by
Yeah.
Transformers. And they just need to translate it just into live action. That's the thing. Because like the animated version of Transformers be good. The the things I was seeing, it'd be cool the animated version. But the thing about it, seeing is sound like the live action version be like bad or good or just in between. And it sounded like the best ones that the some of the best ones that Michael Bay made was the first three. And the thing about my opinion, all three of those could have been 3 or 4 part movies.
Yeah.
I think just from the matrix of leadership, the all spark, that could have been 4 part or 4 or 3 part movie by itself. I don't get the reason why studios just want to make one movie and that's it. They, they can make those 2 movies or more of a franchise because that's what
Yeah.
it's animation telling already is separate parts of the movies
Yeah.
because they was I keep on saying to myself, I say, hey man, now it's G1 version. It's G1 version with humans. When humans done working together, just with just like you telling me right now, can't make a good movie.
Yeah.
Just when and put the animated version do it and put the animated version do it good already. Well, I'll be seeing
Yeah.
and stuff like that. That what I'll be seeing, and kind of like the other thing for me, in my opinion, what I'll be seeing the just for the animated version, just for the live action version and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and and kind of other thing for me, in my opinion, I would like to see when the animated is that when the animated did better than the live action. It they showed the emotion better of the transformers and stuff like that, and that's kind of thing I noticed. It showed the emotion better. Just doing the transformers and stuff like that in the animation version,
Yeah.
and and that's the kind of thing that I didn't get most of the time. In that under that Optimus just show like compassion for life. And plus like that up in the live action version, it seemed like in my opinion they just but I could be just crazy for pointing it out, but it seemed like to me in my opinion it's saying in my opinion is that they're not showing who trained Optimus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's sound like who trained Optimus, who get Optimus his morals and stuff like that
Yeah.
throughout this war, and sound like the reason why that under he got picked. It will be glad. It it, it will be good to see. It will be good to see just to show what's the reason why he was picked to be the leader. Because think about it, they always say that he's a leader, but the thing is they never show the reason why he got picked to be the leader.
Yeah.
Sound like Superman, Batman. all these characters, you always see the reason why the way it is
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But you don't see it just for Optimus Prime. The reason why that's the reason why he got no morals and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And stuff like that.
Yeah.
It will be good to see his background, just to see what his morals is and stuff like that. And the kind of thing about it, some people just will say it's boring, but the things that my opinion tells them, you got to see the reason why our character is the way he is. It's something that somehow in one of these movies, because it would be like a Superman movie is it sounds like you see him already perfect, see him that they seen Superman show his strength and stuff like that, all
Yeah.
perfect already in the first movie and stuff like that. It would be good to see just how Optimus really operates
Yeah.
and stuff like that and stuff like that and top of his mind, who were his mentors and stuff like that. Be- because thing about it, that I am kind of surprised that none of the Transformers fans really asked for Optimus origins and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And we kind of like the only first one to ask these questions. Seem like to me because the rest of the videos I've seen and reactions to it should that
Yeah.
should that I've just seen talk some that on the trailer look good. Trailer look good. I say I know the trailer look good, but that's what this means. I want to see. I just want to see Optimus Prime origins in live action, just for
Yeah.
people who don't like looking at the on the cartoon and animation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And and and, and that's the kind of thing that's the kind of thing I would like to see in live action, at least like a flashback or something like that, just to see how things turn out
Yeah.
and stuff like that, everything else like that. And because sure, I keep on saying to myself, I say, really, it's no kind of flashback scene when he came back from and stuff like that. It's no flash
Yeah.
all stuff for the Fallen movie, but the things in my opinion, it sounds like you notice it sound like up in the third Michael Bay movie that on the Fallen they actually show the Fallen origins, but they never show Optimus Prime origins in all the movies.
Yeah.
Who's supposed to be who's supposed to be the leader, and that kind of got me mad a little bit because that's what I keep on saying. I say, wait a minute now. Sure, you showing the reason why Megatron that's how he is. You showing the Fallen,
Yeah.
Optimus Prime origin one time. Come on, that makes no sense. That makes no sense. The time for movies, storytelling and stuff like that. And Megatron keep on saying to us, Optimus Prime back in the day always been a goody two shoe. I keep on saying to myself, I keep on saying, there's no type of flashback showing us this. They keep on saying it, but it's no flashback telling us just how he is and stuff like that. Just how he was younger. It would be good
Yeah.
to see. It would be good to see sometime that, but it's saying, but it would be good to see if they can actually show it. But it seemed like to me it sounded like they just showed the movie without the origins. And sound like everybody should we can never get away with this deal with Batman, Superman, or just any other characters. It's something
Yeah.
that if we try that, they show a movie with them in it and they're not there, and stuff like that, it would be good to see.
Yeah.
And kind of like the thing for me, in my opinion, which which I would like to see, in my opinion, is sound like showing the fallout in between Megatron and Optimus Prime on screen on
Hmm.
on, on live action. Be, because think about it, should they keep on talking about it all the time on about their fallout? But the thing is, they never showed it.
Yeah.
It be, because because right there, when you look at all the origins and all the movies they show, they only show one origin, and that was the Fallen. And he was a
Yeah.
bad guy. I said, wait a minute now. You show the Fallen origin, but you can't show Optimus Prime origin.
The heroes. Yeah. So the villain origin, then
Yeah,
the hero too, for the leader. One and two for it.
yeah, yeah. Because the damn right, and all the movies we saw, I that shoot, they keep on saying Megatron bad guy. That's what I know that, but that's what they never show the reason why he became a bad guy in the
Yeah.
movies and stuff like that. But shoot, it will be good to see just doing a flashback or something like that. Because they was just man, you don't got to show it up in a whole movie or something like that. Just show me flashbacks that just a scene, the reason why he just he just decided um
Yeah.
to become evil. That'd be a good thing in my opinion. And that be like a real good thing in my opinion if they actually show it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And 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 kind of like in my opinion, um, Paramount and Hasbro might need to do a better job at that in showing the hero's origin
Yeah.
first. Then you show the villain's origin as a flashback or something like that. Sound like Michael Bay did for the third one, and they just show that origin just to hype up the bad guy. Because I keep
Yeah.
on saying myself, I say, wait a minute now, you can show you can show me like a whole 10-minute origin on this fallen person, but you can't show me an origin on Optimus Prime just for 5 minutes in none of these movies, none.
Mm.
And he was the hero
No.
saving the planet
Yeah.
because I be mad, bro. I say, wait a minute now. You show me all these origins of Megatron, Starscream, all the bad guys, but you can't show me one of everybody else and stuff like that. And sound
Yeah.
like the people be claiming talking something. I want too much for a movie. I say, wait a minute, that is storytelling. Come on, what you expect me to want to ask that ask a director and stuff, man? Come on, now.
Yeah.
You should be asking for that too as a fan. Because they might should the fans be claiming should they want quality filmmaking, but that's what the soon you ask for it, they
Yeah.
claim you mean they claim you ask for too much. That is not ask for too much if you want Optimus Prime that this what his origin is.
Yeah.
And what wrong with that? In my opinion, and it sounds like in this trailer it shoot so they won't be showing Optimus Prime origin in this movie. They're just showing the Beast origin, and
Yeah.
that's in all these movies. Everybody else is getting an origin
Yeah.
shown that just for Optimus Prime. I keep on saying all these movies. Nobody on YouTube, nobody on TikTok. It's not gonna ask the reason why all these movies didn't show at Optimus Prime origin, why
Yeah.
just the reason why he is and stuff like that. Come on,
Yeah.
that makes no sense to me. talk and everything else like that,
Mm-hmm.
just to see, just see my opinion, who really was asking the question about Optimus Prime, nobody was, and they claim to be fans because that's what y'all were fans. Y'all would have been asking for a big old Optimus Prime origin or flashback. It would be good to see a flashback and 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 sound like, in my opinion, and stuff like that. Shoot, it's seemed like, to me, in my opinion, and because seeing like, to me, it seemed like the fans don't ask for much for Transformers, but that's what they ask for too
Yeah.
much. If you ask them for an origin for a character that supposed to been that supposed to been got one as a fact in some of these movies, but they show none of it,
Yeah.
and that's my problem, up in my opinion, and that's kind of like my problem, which I got because what I keep on saying my opinion. I said, wait a minute, Megatron, Fallen, Unicron even just had an origin that up in the Michael Bay thing.
Yeah.
Unicron even got one. We can look at the movies. It seems like the bad guys getting just all the storytelling origins out of theirs, just while the heroes get none. Because the thing, in my opinion, if there was a Marvel and DC movie, should the fans would have been killing it if this was a DC movie. It would have been killing. Talking some, should we know about the villain? But that's what we don't know about the hero and stuff like that. I keep on saying, oh man, I hated that jump. But the thing about the movies be good for the Michael Bay. The first three was actually good, but the thing is, it's kind of good in my opinion the way it is. The first three, but the thing is, in my opinion, I just hope they reboot really just can tell me about the origins of Optimus Prime. It's
Yeah.
all out. Just give me an origin thing of his story or something. This something like that. Just give me a story. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Just give me a story or flashback or something. Just the reason why Optimus Prime just how he is, and
Yeah.
and that be and that be a real good thing for me to see or something like that. That'd be a good thing for me to see. But but it seemed like it to me, in my opinion, is it seemed like to me in all the Transformers movies, it seemed like the new characters get all the origin stuff. I think, in my opinion, the origins get all that sound like people probably sound biased, but that's what is true. That
Yeah.
just when a new movie come out, just all the new characters get all the origin stories, and just not Optimus Prime, and that's kind of like, in my opinion, that was kind of like confused me, in my opinion. And that kind of confused me to a point because that's what I keep on saying. I say, wait a minute, that Optimus
Yeah.
Prime supposed to be the leader, right? They, they don't even tell how he got his leader status and stuff, and they never tell at all just how Optimus Prime got his status as the leader.
Uh,
They just say they just keep on saying that he's a leader. And because thing for me, I said, okay, it could be a good thing to tell me who a leader, but the thing is, they never tell they never tell just how he got his leader status,
yeah.
stuff like that. Because that's what you look at Avengers, you already know how Captain America got his leader status based
Yeah.
on the movie.
Mm-hmm.
You already know.
Yeah.
You already know how Captain America. You already know how just
Iron
how Stone, yeah,
Man.
Iron Man, his status, Thor, everybody else. and you try to tell me that you can't tell a story, a little flashback, and just how Iron Man got his status. No, 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 not Iron Man, but Optimus Prime just got
Yeah.
his status. Come on now,
Yeah.
and but it seemed like the Transformers might be giving humans some type of technology in this trailer. It would seem like if you look at some of the Optimus Prime, seeing like that he looking at them to keep them safe,
Yeah.
and for the scene like that, to me, in my opinion, is that Optimus Prime might be giving him technology that is meant for the small robots or something like that,
Yeah.
and might be giving it to him, and that'd be a good thing, in my opinion, if they doing that. And stuff like that, that'd be a good thing if they actually showing it. And stuff that, and of my opinion, that'd be a good thing if they're showing it. And kind of like the bad thing about it, it sounds like how does this trailer seem like it tell a better story just than the Marvels trailer, which was kind of disappointing in my opinion.
Yeah. But finally
Yeah,
skip the third did a trailer.
yeah, because the Marvels trailer, it seemed like it's no type of story to it. It just it just like some type of adventure thing, something like with just the three characters named the Marvels, which is
Yeah.
kind of like disappointing in my opinion. Because think about for me, it sounds like for me, for for me, in my opinion, that's disappointing. That up in my opinion, but the thing about it, some people in there just might like it, some people might not,
Yeah.
and it kind of like up in the comments, it seems like people talking some. I glad that it's three people in the trailer because I'm looking at them. I say, really, really. It's no type of purpose of them being in the movie. There's no purpose. They not showing the story. They not showing the purpose, the reason why they're there, and and it seems like the Marvel people did make excuse for it. Guess what? Wait till it come out and just be bad. I will be reading on rotten tomatoes too, just to hear the lies. I will be reading them on stream because that's what
Yeah.
just for everybody who got a problem with me with that. You always welcome to come on stream with me.
Yeah.
Because the thing about it, we always know that have to be lying just on Rotten on Tomato. Because I'm looking at them, I say, y'all know this movie was not a fresh. It just like the people live for the Ant-Man movie. Because I'm looking at them, I say, y'all say this movie's special effects was good.
Yeah.
Y'all must have been high.
Yeah. You on drug or
Y'all
something?
had to be high.
Yeah. Very
To
hot.
say to say that movie was yeah yeah because you look at the weeks after that movie shut the special effects person came out and say that movie special effects wasn't finished and 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 for the made the people who said the special effects was good look dumb.
Yeah.
It because the person that who worked for Marvel VFX even said that the special effects wasn't even finished. You look at that movie in theaters, you can tell on certain parts it wasn't finished. It was almost finished, but you still can tell it wasn't finished though,
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. And kind of like people probably can call me biased and say I'm just biased. I'm telling y'all the truth. Some of those
Yeah.
movies was not finished, as y'all claim. Those movies wasn't finished. Y'all claim. You claim it
Yeah.
was finished, but they're not,
Mm-hmm.
and, and stuff like that. And that's kind of like the bad thing, in my opinion, which I kind of see most of the time, that under them being biased,
Yeah.
for a Marvel movie. Because think about it, if there was a DC movie, they would have been critiquing that thing to start, finish, in the middle, time for storytelling, special effects, everything.
Yeah.
They know how to be fair time for a DC movie, but this is a Marvel movie. Oh man, you can hear lies all day coming out your mouth. Because I'm looking at
Yeah.
them, I say, if y'all try to tell me right now, if y'all try to tell me right now that a Captain Marvel movie is better than a Wonder Woman movie, y'all high. Y'all is high that a Captain Marvel movie is better
Yeah.
than a Wonder Woman one movie based
No,
on
it's not. Not,
storytelling.
not no,
Come on
it's not.
now.
It's politics. Take politics. Don't even put a movie. Just make an action movie. That's it.
Yeah,
They love
yeah,
stuff.
because that's what you go from movie, origin to origin. The Wonder Woman movie did more.
Yes, they did. Don't add real stuff. Very annoying. Let's hate about it. Make different
It
fans
it
about it. No one agree about it.
and Captain
We can start
Marvel
hating about it.
did for Marvel.
Yeah.
Uh, it talk about some
Like,
it's a good move. I said, they must be high. They had to be high on drugs or something for them to say that a Wonder movie is worse than a Captain Marvel movie. I'm looking at them. I'm saying, because that's why I asked myself. I asked myself. I said, wait a minute. Shoot, who? Cause I asked myself, who paid y'all to say that a Captain Marvel movie is better than a Wonder Woman movie? They have to be, in my opinion, getting paid to say that. Because you go from movie to movie. Oh
yeah.
man, origin to origin, storytelling, character development. Oh man, the Wonder Woman one movie beat the Captain Marvel movie, and kind of seemed like she didn't change and stuff like that. That on the Captain Marvel character, man, and kind of like the other thing, in my opinion, which I also noticed about the Transformers trailers, the Bumblebee movie, and this one, it kind of seemed like they're pulling for the source material and actually going by it and stuff like that in the movies and stuff like that. In my opinion, it would seem like they're going by the source material and stuff like that. Like the Rise of the Beast and Bumblebee movie, they're going by the source material. And kind of like the next one, it seemed like if it's gonna be a war, this might be like a two-part movie
Yeah.
and stuff like that. That
Hmm.
of my opinion, it would say they might be doing because everybody, if they're going by, if they're going by source material, they might be going by the old comics or something like that to bring in the beast and everything like that. They might go by the old comics. Because that's what if they were doing modern, it would have been all cars, everything like that, and stuff like that. Yeah, up in my opinion, and kind of like the one thing, I would like to see in the Transformers movie for the Autobots is see one of them triple changer cars that come in, sound like the three cars that transform into one, stuff like that. I would like to see that.
Yeah.
That because like up in the older G ones or some of the modern ones, they have like the three cars that could transform into one as the Autobot, and they have one for the Decepticons too, and stuff like that. And and kind of like the good thing about this reboot is so like shoot, I want to see how I want to see how Shockwave look like. The up in this reboot
Yeah.
movies coming up and stuff like that. Because think about it, shoot this because this reboot movie make me excited just to see how just how Megatron and Shockwave and Starscream look like. Oh man, so that done got me good. That's got me good, bro. Seeing them again, come up and 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 especially Starscream because you know Starscream like the how can I say this? He like to lie, cheat, and steal and kill. He like a violent version of Eddie Herrera. If you look at it, he like being in the background stealing stuff if he had to, and he like the third in command who want to like how can I say this? He want to be the leader, but the thing is, he can't really steal the leader spot. He's like the background person
Yeah.
that be hating on your leadership, but the thing is, he can't say nothing and stuff like that and stuff like that. And in my opinion, that'd be a good
Yeah.
thing. And kind of like thing for this movie, shoot, I think this movie could make about 700 to 800 million dollars if the movie good. I think, in my opinion, and because this is Super Mario movie made $1 billion, and this is sad. How can an Ant Man Quantum Realm movie not make $1 billion, but this Super Mario movie did? I said, oh shoot, that's gonna be embarrassment to that's gonna be embarrassment to Disney. A Super Nintendo movie beat them. A Super Nintendo movie, Super
Yeah.
Mario. It's not even an action movie by itself. Beat Marvel movies because the thing. Let me see now. Let me see. Let me see now. Ant Man. It was Ant Man Quantumanium, right? I think it was Ant Man Quantumania. I think was the title of that movie. Let me check that box office.
Yeah.
Uh. So they don't even show. So they don't even want to show it. I go to the box office website. This movie only made $474,000,000, 527,583. Dang, that's gotta be embarrassment. That's an embarrassment right there. Because think about it, people didn't look at it because the story wasn't good. Like I said, and kind of like think about it. Sure, I want to see the excuses what some of these people just gotta come up with for this movie flopping. Because, because let me see now. What the Ant Man 2 box office. Let me see. That's an embarrassment barcode. That's what Ant Man 2 made $622 million. Ant Man 2.
Wow.
And kind of like the third movie with all this star power only made 400 something $1 million. That should tell Disney something. That that mean up in there that storytelling wasn't good, and you try to get the big old director that made the third Ant Man movie and made a flop. You try to tell me that should he gonna be making the next Avenger movie? Come on, that don't make no sense in my opinion. That don't make sense for you to bring in a director that may have flopped or something like that, unless he brought you a whole different story that y'all supposed to
mm,
do or something like that. Unless they change the directions, um, and kind of like that. So the Marvel actors saying to us, they don't like the bigger constraints that Marvel put on their character. That's what I've been
mm,
saying. This I've been saying this is that is that when you put Marvel under Disney, Disney will try to hold you back,
yeah,
and kind of like that for me. It's something like that on the Disney company just got to learn is that they got to take bullets. They
yeah,
got to take bullets for parents that's sensitive. Be, because that's what the up in the long run and stuff like that. Those be the same people. Those be the same people in there that will turn around and say that the movie good down the line.
yeah,
Because you can't worry about everybody that is sensitive. It's time for movies. When you do that, that gotta make everybody else movie quality go down. In my opinion, and sound like people probably can hate on me for saying that, but that's what it's true. And stuff like that is true though. It's true in my opinion. If they can do that and stuff like that for me, and kind of like the other thing in my opinion, what should happen. I think in my opinion should happen. Um, and kind of like the one thing for me, which I want to see from that, see from the other franchise, Star Wars, is something like I want to see Star Wars go back, in my opinion, just to the storytelling, without the
yeah,
politics being in it.
mm-hmm,
Because think about it, when you look at the prequels and when you look at the original trilogy and the prequels was not worried about the outside world and their politics. And that's everybody's problem. I think in my these days they weren't worried about everybody else, but that's what look at the Tom Cruise airplane movie. They didn't worry about politics, and that movie made $1 billion in America by itself.
yeah,
It made $1 billion in America by itself just because of the good storytelling and stuff like that, and because of the actor Tom Cruise. Just hype that movie up, and and, and that's kind of like that. And kind of like that for me. Deal with Disney. It's sound for me. It sounds like bring back the Ray character. I think, in my opinion, it just
yeah,
a bad idea. It is
mm-hmm.
a bad. It is a bad idea
Just,
to bring back the
just
Ray
remember the,
character.
just remember from
Let's
Jedi.
yeah, and this thing for me. Is this the same Ray character from the sequel trilogy, or this a different Ray character from like a different universe? Because that's what if this a different Ray character, I'm good. I'm glad with that. If this is a different Ray, but that's what if this is the same Ray that wasn't a secret trilogy, I don't want it. I don't want that that character, in my opinion. Shoot that. So y'all might not like me for saying it, but that's what I don't want to see another Ray character from the secret trilogy unless they're race 8 and 9. Unless they're race 8 and 9, I'm good. And they just bring in like a whole fresh Ray or something like that. There for episode 7, I'm good with that, and plus I'm cool. And the thing about Secret Trilogy and say, why would you kill Luke Skywalker and stuff like that? And cause I keep asking myself, why would you kill Luke Skywalker? That don't make sense in my opinion. At time for like storytelling and stuff like that. And it's like in my opinion, it sounds like, in my opinion, stuff like that. But I be seeing um at time for like Ray Ray Skywalker. It it
Yeah,
sound it sound like let's Ray let's Luke had a child that he don't know about. Oh shit. Let's less in my opinion, less in my opinion, Luke had a child that he just don't know about. That be the only thing that should that should I might agree with and accept. And kind of up the comic books, Luke Skywalker did had a child just with Mara Jade,
yeah,
and that and that's the reason why I don't get the reason why they just didn't bring in Luke Skywalker's son. He had one in the comic books. I
yeah.
don't
He
get
was
it. This the source material is right there showing you. I don't get it why Disney like makes stuff hard on themselves. Because that's what I keep on saying to myself. I said, wait a minute now. Luke Skywalker they had a son in the comic books that he just ain't know about. And because I asked myself, I said, Luke Skywalker right there. He got a son. That comic books, Disney.
mm,
Look in the source material. Look in the source material. Man, shoot, man. I'm looking at myself. I said this sucker right here, Disney, um, Disney right here is about to make it hard on themselves because
yeah,
I'm looking at the sequel trilogy, episode eight. Episode eight broke me. Episode eight made me mad, bro, because they killed Luke Skywalker. Told us he threw away a lightsaber. I say Luke Skywalker would never throw away a
no,
Padawan lightsaber.
that's not.
We
Not
all know
even his
this.
what
We
life.
all,
That's not his character. No,
yeah,
the writing is
yeah,
very garbage. No, very shitty. I mean, very
yeah,
shitty.
yeah. And I was saying this. I was saying this in certain comment sections when episode eight came out. What he wouldn't do, boy, shit, them Disney fans came at me, bro. I say that they came at me
Yeah,
when I said Luke Skywalker when it came in. That just like the old school fans came out and said Luke Skywalker came up, but the new fans of Disney, oh man, them suckers be coming at me, man.
yeah,
Because them new fans, man, I be seeing and stuff like that. Because I'm looking at myself, I say, oh shucks,
yeah.
I must be crazy and stuff like that for me to accept this. Because I'm looking at that, I say, wait a minute, you try to tell me, you try to tell me up in here, you try to tell me up in here, it sounds like y'all really think that Luke Skywalker really would have just would have did all this. That's what y'all saying. It's
No,
what y'all telling
no.
me,
Yeah, but it's not even characters
and
though. It
they
should
couldn't
be from
even
alternate
talk.
universe.
That
Don't make it in prime
yeah,
universe. Just
yeah,
make it an alternate
yeah,
universe.
yeah,
I don't know,
and kind of
multiverse.
yeah, yep, and kind of like next thing I noticed about Disney and stuff like that, it is like I noticed Disney don't like to go by source material. Disney like
Yeah,
to make their own stuff up
and
and just like pick
look at
out
Captain
stuff from
America.
source material. See
Very
like to me.
bad. Look at example Captain America. Like I mean not Captain. I mean Captain Marvel. Very bad. Very bad.
Yep.
So bad. Oh wait. The only thing about it is right. Not good at all. No, not lying is very true.
Mm-hmm. And and kind of the other thing I noticed about Disney, it sounds like to disrespect the old work that George Lucas
Yeah.
did. I'm looking at that. I say, y'all sure like to disrespect somebody work who y'all bought.
Yeah.
and stuff like that because y'all show like disrespected the last time. The last time I checked, that so don't show like disrespect. They
Yeah.
disrespect a whole lot of George Lucas work that I be seeing. And because I was looking at them, I said, wait a minute, you disrespecting the same man work who give y'all a platform and stuff like that to work on stuff, and y'all got nerve to disrespect it, man. Shoot, man, I'll be mad, bro. I'll be mad at some of those people because I was looking at them. I said, really? I said,
Yeah.
really? You about to
Yeah.
tell me you about to tell me you disrespecting somebody work who give you a platform to be able to make games, comic books, visions, and stuff like that, and novels, and you about to say his work is not good? Come on now, that's disrespect
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
like basically, of the fans yelling you suck at your job, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's just and Kathleen Kennedy and Kathleen Kennedy did and she did the most disrespectful thing in his work. She just threw away his script that he had for the next three movies. Because I look at them, I say George Lucas script is sure looking much better than the sequel trilogy they had.
Yep.
It, because you look at the thing he had the power to go by the wheel, and that is true because you look at the force and put the force is about will. Some people will is stronger than others, and that would have
Yep.
been like I'm a real good base to go by. And that when people and that when people, in my opinion, seem to like forget sometimes the source material, the source material dealing with the force is dealing with the wheel, and something like the Star Wars, in my opinion, is built on Green Lanterns. I think the Council deal with the Ortho people that's
Yeah.
on the Green Lantern people. That was the head, the green people, and that probably the Council was based on too in Star Wars. It's based on the Green Lantern people. I think they were called Orlando people. I think something like the Orlando. I think something.
Um.
I think we called the what's the on the Green Lantern council. Let me see.
Orla, something like that.
Yeah,
Orla,
yeah,
something like that. My pronunciation is something like that. Yeah. Aura, something.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Or. Yeah.
Yeah, because when you look at the council people that's on the Green Lantern people that they're on the Green Lantern
Yeah.
that's on the Star Wars council, that's what it seems
Owa.
like it's
Yeah.
based
There
on.
you go.
The Or people, yeah,
Yeah.
it's what it seems
Owa.
based on.
There. Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
yeah,
That name was like. Yeah.
yeah, and kind of like the next thing I want to see that I just hope I just hope that the Star Wars brand when this brand right here when this brand come up on screen it actually
Yep.
means something and the
Mm-hmm.
show actually be good, and
Yep.
that's the problem. What I'll be seeing is the song like Disney like to put up the logo, but the thing is the story don't match up to the history of the logo and stuff like that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And something like if anybody listening, if y'all think I'm wrong about the Star Wars logo, just not meaning much, and y'all can put it in the chat after this thing over or during the stream because think about it, and this what I'm seeing measure up to the past on to now that on the story stuff ain't good. The stories is not good. Y'all can hate. Y'all can tell me that I'm hating, but that's what I'm not hating though. It's the truth.
You know. Yeah. I'm the only one. Some fans agree on that. So yeah.
Yeah, it's the truth because if you look at the prequels right now compared to the sequel trilogy, The prequel
Yeah.
story is much more coherent and much better,
Yep.
in my opinion. Y'all can try to say that I'm hating on it, but that's what y'all should try to tell me down below if I'm hating on it and stuff like that. But that's what I'm not, and stuff like that, in my opinion. And 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 kind of like the other and and kind of the other thing that I noticed about the Star Wars thing, where I think needs to happen is it sounds like up in my opinion, they need to they need to bring the people that make the games of Star Wars onto live action.
Yep.
Because these games of Star Wars, uh, on these games, the Star Wars game stories is much better. It's
Yep.
much better. It's much better than live action. That's what I'm trying to figure out. That they need to get those writers and bring those writers over to the live action scene
Yeah.
and stuff like that. In my opinion, because think about it, when you look at Star Wars online, game story, and plus like the Jedi Fallen story, those two,
Yeah.
those two stories is actually good. I
Mm-hmm.
don't get how Disney mess up on the sequel trilogy. They got the
Yeah.
source material online. The source material is online, and they got the books under their roof. They got the books. I don't get it. They got the books and everything with them. I don't get how you don't get the books. They got books. They got comic books they can buy. They can also look online at their own comic books and stuff like that. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at them. I say, God, I said, God, man, I'll be mad, bro. I'll be getting mad at them sometimes. I said, why? Because I'm
Mm-hmm.
getting mad at them. I said, why? And they kind of like the bad thing about it. The source material is right there in front of their face
Yeah.
because that's what because they bought the rights. They bought the rights to the source material. What's the
Yeah.
problem? And do you and sound like for me, in my opinion, it sounds like for DC, I I think that the Doctor Fate character might be like a big part
Yeah.
of the Gods and Monster universe because you remember when he said it's Gods and Monsters,
Yeah.
and Gods and Monsters need order, and it sounds like the only hero that keep order dealing with Gods and Monsters is Doctor Fate.
Yeah.
And that's how I know sound like the Rock is coming back as Doctor Fate as Black Adam because that's what gods and monsters, and they count Black Adam as a god.
Yeah.
That's where he at and stuff like that. And that was kind of like my first clue. I think that the Rock was coming back. Is the song is it sounded like the Rock was waiting on James Gunn to make his that does to
Move.
make his first kind of like on concrete and announce it
Yeah.
and stuff like that because the Rock didn't want to start making Black Adam 2 and and so like shoot he make a movie and plus the universe is back over again and they
Yeah.
put it starting over and 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 kind of like for me shucks I think Black Adam could pop uh, up in a new Superman movie or just the new Shazam 3 movie. Those the only two I think he might pop up
Yeah.
in based on power and stuff like that. The Superman movie and plus the big old Shazam movie. But the thing about it, he can also pop up that just with Hawkman series. I think if
Yeah.
Hawkman get a series and he gotta fight somebody
Mm-hmm.
that's a god, that's for a different complain,
yeah,
he probably get Black Adam to help if Doctor Fate is not there and busy,
yeah,
and that'd be a good thing too. I think in my opinion, and sound like the other thing which I noticed dealing with Star Wars stuff like that, which they need from what they need from type of universe cohesion just for Star Wars. Because like the only good show they got is and sound like the only good show that Star Wars got right now is The Mandalorian.
yeah,
That's it. That's the only good show they got.
yeah,
It
yeah,
just like the Mandalorian show. And they need like another series we can measure up to the Mandalorians. It sound like that Acolyte show they have coming out. But the problem with that is it is like the big old director talking about some Frozen, Frozen mixed in with Kill Bill. I say
yeah,
should the Star Wars and Frozen should never be up in the same sentence when you try to describe a Star Wars show. Frozen and
yeah,
Star Wars shouldn't be there. And that when people like in my opinion just need to like face the facts based on that
yeah,
is something like I think politics might be involved in that, but I'm not sure. It could be politics that's known Disney and stuff like that. And that's kind of like the bad thing which I noticed dealing with them. And something like the other and some of the other thing I hope that probably can happen dealing with Star Wars is something like if they can have a series that just about the temple people, that's the Sith, that could change into being good.
yeah,
But that's what they still be Sith. But the thing is, they're not evil.
yeah,
They sound like how can I say this? They sound like Blade. You know what I mean? It sound like Blade. They're not bad, but the thing is, they got their own sets of values and rules that they follow
yeah,
stuff like that, and that'd be a good thing if I just can see that Jedi's Jedi's and stuff like that. It has sets of values. That just be a
mm-hmm,
good thing.
yeah,
And stuff like that. That'd be a real good thing in my opinion. They can have that, and 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 kind of like and kind of like for me, the Star Wars shoot the sequel trilogy could have been better in my opinion if they would have just have Luke Skywalker, Ray, and Kylo Ren that changed to the good side just fight um just just fight Palpatine.
yeah,
That would have been a good end. Ray, Luke Skywalker, and Kylo Ren, who changed into Ben Solo at the end,
yeah,
that would have been that would have been a good ending of them just killing Palpatine at the end. But if
yeah,
they ain't shoot Palpatine, Palpatine just should have been dead ever since the
yeah,
but thing is that kind of like the problem in my opinion is it sounds like
the
they brought him
clones.
back because the
Yeah,
fans
just like Mandalorian though, or something like yeah,
yeah because the fans was mad off episode 8 because
yeah,
that's what I
makes
tell
sense.
myself I said I because this I keep on telling I'm saying in my head I said wait a minute now um Bringing back Palpatine just won't solve the problems of episode 8 of that movie that you mess up. That gonna make it worse on episode 9
mm,
and stuff at because that's when you look at storytelling stuff and that it look worse. It look worse because think about it. Everybody accent, in my opinion, touched on how did Palpatine come back? How did he do it? How did he come back? How did he come back and stuff like that? I'm looking at that. I
mm,
say, really? Palpatine ain't coming back?
yeah. Clone version.
And kind of like the problem for me, which I would like to see. I would like to see for Star Wars. It is like Star Wars, in my opinion, just show the Jedi's at this strength,
Yeah.
like in the future, because that's what I need to see students. I need to see temples. I need to see how do the politics work up in the future of the
Yeah.
things stuff like that. So that just me, and that what I would like to see in the future, like dealing with Jedi and Sith and stuff like that. Because I'm looking at myself, I say, wait a minute, should they keep on showing that the Sith is killing people and stuff
Yeah.
like that in all these movies? But that's what, where the Sith school at, where they training, and stuff like that, everything like that. Because that's what I see the soldiers, I see the clone soldiers and stuff like that. But the thing is, I'm not seeing the training for the Civ students, everything like that. I'm not seeing it
Yeah.
and stuff like that. That what I would just like to see, and stuff like that. And like this show right here, Star Wars Division. I think in my opinion that had on different episodes. I would like to
Mhm.
see the life of some of those things in real life and live action. That'd be good to see, in
Yeah.
my opinion, and stuff like that. And and kind of like the thing, and the kind of thing, in my opinion, I would like to see. The other thing I like to see is some like for Power Rangers and stuff like that. Like for the next crossover, I would like to see them um bring out this mode that this fighting the next crossover monster. I
Yeah.
think, in my opinion, I would like them seeing bring out the tank mode first, then them transform into the Zord form. I would like
Yeah.
to see that. But the thing, in my opinion, son, I'm not sure that if Netflix is willing to do it. But thing about it, so I hope it is. I hope it is, in my opinion, willing to do it, and that'd be a
Yeah.
good thing. And that'd be a really good thing if it is. In my opinion. And kind of like the other thing, in my opinion, I would like to see, and in my opinion, what I like to see doing Power Rangers is something, in my opinion, if they could bring back the Shogun Megazord, you know what I mean,
Right.
like in the Mighty Morphin, that
Mhm.
because think about since it's show the original, this should go to the Shogun Megazord next, and this
Yeah.
have Zack upgrade his suit,
Mhm.
upgrade his suit onto the Shogun suit. I think something like that. The Shogun power. I think something like that. They should
Yeah.
have that.
That's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I like Zach, and Zach should have a power up form. I think, in my opinion, just for the crossovers. Because the thing about it, I have a feeling, in my opinion, is that Netflix might not be bringing in just the one for the comic books onto the screen. If they're not doing that, they need to have their own version of it just for the Netflix special. I think, in my opinion, that'd be like a good thing for us to see.
Yeah.
And kind of like that about it, and up in my opinion, it's like that I would like to see like Jason's son. No, not Jason, but Tommy's son come in and
Mhm.
him be the Green Ranger or something like that. Uh, because things we already got a Lola Ranger that's younger, that's Trinity's daughter. They can do the same thing just for Tommy's son. Because the thing about it, that was ever since Ninja Steel, that he'd be about 18 and older by now though. If you look at it, because if you look at it, it was already a year just for Trini had died. Remember, um, her daughter was in high school, I think, or something like that, a senior in high school, and Zach had raised up for just for a year, I think, something like that, till she got out of school and stuff like that. I think she was in high school, right, senior, right,
Yeah.
and she was on
Correct.
summer vacation, I think, something like that. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because she was in high school and stuff like that, and the special.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Zach
Yeah, you like me. I jumped the lines against Parker's he's lovely.
look at it, Tommy's son will be older than Trini.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He will be older than Trini if you could look at it. Tommy's son already been a teenager up in Ninja Steel already. When,
Yeah.
when when Ninja Steel came out, it was doing that crossover. He was already a teenager and stuff like that. They just went back in time and just tried to find just all the other Rangers and trap them. He would have been he would have been about 24, 25 or stuff like that. I think, yeah. And Trini thought it'd be about 20 by now. Oh yeah, yeah. It's how it was in the show. Tommy always been the oldest on the team most of the time. If you notice on the show and stuff like that, he he always been the oldest most of the time, and Zach was younger, Jason was younger, and Kimberly was younger than Tommy. Because then Tommy was the transfer student. Remember, Tommy was wait a minute. Where did Tommy transfer from? Shoot, I forgot what school he transferred from, but they never said it. Uh, But the thing is, could he bring in like Tommy brother child that was older than him to be one of the extra rangers, just a big old turtle zord or something like that? That be like a sound like an extra helping hand. It sound like the ranger just to the turtle zord or something like that, and that could be like one of the power ups just to the Zord, I think. Some of that just for on the Shogun Zord, and they can use the Turtle Zord just as a weapon power up. That'd be a real good thing, I think, in my opinion. Sure, that just me. That's what I think of. And and kind of the next thing I think they might do is bring in some of the Zero Rangers because if you look at it, Catherine was a Zero Ranger, Rocky was Zero Blue, and Catherine, Rocky, they had Adam. They can bring back Adam. They had Nikita Burrs. Um, it wasn't Billy because Billy came morph at the time because of the big old command center didn't destroy and his power coin got some type of damage. He couldn't morph and stuff after that. Dang, let me see. This is not a zero team. Dang, I know they had Tommy, Adam, Catherine, Tommy, Catherine, Adam, Nikita. Dang, it was one more. Shoot, shoot. Dang, it was one more. The zero team. Shoot. Let me see now. Let me see the cast. Yeah, Nikita, Catherine, Adam, Tommy, Rocky. Oh, Jason. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Jason the Gold Ranger. Yeah, Jason the Gold Ranger. Shoot, I keep on forgetting that. And Bulk and Skull still wasn't sure. I like them. And Alpha Five. Yep. Um, because like the Zeo team, I think the Zeo team could come back. All except for Tommy though. Tommy can't come back because of reasons. Yeah, he died. But the thing is, they can give it to Tommy's son, his young son, or just Tommy brother's son. Those the two people that I could think of the fans might accepting. The Tommy brother having a son, and his son grew up, and he want to help people, and he kind of like become the Red Zero Ranger, the younger one, or just bring in Tommy's son he had with Catherine, and he could be the Zero Ranger Red. That's what I'm thinking. Because you remember up in because you remember up in Mighty Morphin, Tommy just had a
Yeah.
brother.
Mm-hmm.
I I think I
Um,
think
no,
that
that a
probably.
clone card mistake.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm saying that a clone mistake from the one stranger or something. Tommy clone. But yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait a minute. That after Zeo, it was Turbo, right? Or was that in
Yeah.
space?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it was still easy, I think, yeah.
It, because this special right here for the Power Rangers is actually doing better than, than people expected to be doing.
Yeah.
Because think about if you look at it, that people didn't expect Power Rangers to do that good on
Mm-hmm.
Netflix. But I keep on saying I say that the Power Ranger fan base is actually loyal. That is actually loyal to their stuff. If
Yeah.
you do it right, the Power Ranger fans just will look at it. If you do it wrong,
Mhm.
they will not look at it
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And that when the Power Ranger writers stuff realized that it's up to the people, and it's up to the people to look at it and not stuff like that. And that's what they
Yeah.
actually like it.
Mm-hmm.
The Power Ranger fans actually like it, and, and, and when they like it, and when they like something, they actually good. And when they don't like it,
Yeah.
and that when everyone else need to realize, if you make stuff that's good for the fans will like it, and some and that when people like in my opinion just need to realize they will actually look at it and stuff like that. They will actually look at it if it's good. And
Yeah.
that when people like in my opinion just need to realize that.
Yeah.
So that just me. That just me in my opinion. That's what I really like talk to them. If they like it, they like it. They don't, they don't.
Yeah.
And and it kind of like the once and always special show that you be funny and serious at the same time, and that when people fail to realize. And and kind of like the last thing I want to talk about is like if they make the older Batman or something like that, I want to see this. I want to see this Batgirl right here. I
Mm,
want to see
yeah.
this Batgirl come up on screen. If they're making an older Batman, I want this Batgirl to come out on
Okay.
screen and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that when people and that will people like in my opinion just need to realize that
Mm,
it sounds like this show one this show one in my opinion just an older Batman and just not a young one because that's what if you get a young Batman you will never get Damian Wayne, you will never get Red Hood, you will never get
yeah.
uh, all all the other Bat families that y'all claim y'all want. Because that's what
Mhm.
if you claim you want it, you should
Yeah.
you should always want an older Batman or
Yeah.
just a Batman that's experienced
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And that's what I don't get for people talking some. I want an origin Batman. You know, I say no, you don't want that. You want that origin Batman because that's
Mm,
what you get that origin Batman.
you know
You
what's
is not
actually.
getting your Nightwing
Mhm.
because you're not getting your Nightwing because you're not getting your Nightwing. You're not getting your Red Hood
Mhm.
or everybody else that y'all claim y'all like. Because
Yeah.
because think about that, all these big creators know, all the big creators know if you get an origin Batman, he got to be younger, and you not getting all the characters that you like, and
Yeah.
that when people fail to realize sometimes talk so. I want a young Batman because that's all I want. I don't want no old Batman because I be looking at people when they tell me that. I'm looking at them. You know, Nightwing story. You not getting your
Yeah.
Oracle story. You
Yep.
not getting none of these stories that that that, that y'all claim y'all want
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And that when people, in my opinion, fail to realize, in my opinion, that what they fail to realize. They don't want it.
Mhm.
They claim they want it, but that's what after I explain it to them,
They don't want.
after I in real life and stuff like that, they would tell me tell some none of the people online really tell me that that's the original that's a young Batman, that's not an older Batman story. Cause you know I said, wait a minute, who do y'all listen to for your information? Because that's what if y'all would because that's what I asked because y'all asked me. I can give y'all this kind of information in
Mm,
less than 5 minutes. Just about all this. That is just about a Nightwing, Red Hood, and stuff like that, and just all these information come in, and, and they be telling me they be listening to their favorite credits for about 3 4 hours, 3 4 hours, 3 or 4 hours of them talking about different um there's different Bruce Waynes, but I'm looking at them. I say these Bruce Waynes are usually older that they like. If if this was like a whole new universe, I would have said, there's a young Bruce Wayne. I'm cool with that. A young Bruce Wayne, this him fighting crime and stuff like that. I'm cool with that. If this was a whole new universe, but that's what this not a new universe and stuff like that. This is not a whole new universe, and and that just me and something that, like for everybody who listen and stuff like that and who think I'm wrong about that, yeah, y'all can always comment under the video after and do my next live stream. If y'all can come and challenge my points, I'll be glad for y'all to do it and stuff like that. In my opinion, and, and kind of like the other thing that I noticed they're doing the Batman fans. It sounds like Batman fans ask for stuff when they don't really want most of the time. Because like the raw past the Batman, I like him, but the thing is, he needs to show this more fighting skill. I think, in my opinion, he needs to show that up in the next Batman movie because think about Batman, it sounds like Batman is nimble and he know how to fight most of the time. Batman know how to fight. He thinks, and he always about 4 or 5 steps ahead of time, and stuff like that. And um, and kind of like the last thing I want to talk about for I leave is sound like Ness, um, sound like Ness live stream stuff like that. I will be talking about just about the crossover of powers and universe and stuff like that. This next live stream and stuff like that. This next live stream of the powers and universe, VR troopers, gargoyles, and some of the stories in the 90s and stuff like that. Next live stream, and for everybody that watching on YouTube and Twitch, I'll see y'all later and see y'all next time. I'll see y'all later, Barcode.